Good morning. Wow, I'm always amazed to find that I can still have something to tell you. Now, right now, I want to highlight on this issue. We have been thinking and hearing about black Americans dying in Gambia. Ah, that's astonishing. Why are they dying in such a large number? One main reason why people are dying in Gambia is simply because of undermining the custom and getting into something actually that you don't even understand, but you just want to jump into that wagon unexpectedly with intentions of becoming part of it. 10 women dying in a span period of 3 months. Why should this happen? And all of them lives within the same approximate radius area. What is going on in Gambia? I did some videos some 2 years ago in regards to scamming that is going on for black Americans in Gambia, and I highlighted on need to be cautious. Now aftermath of that is women dying in Gambia. Wow. We have got cultural diversity, and Western women are not the same as African women in the way they conduct and do businesses. Being in the West, you are entitled to freedom, and culture is civilization and modernization and masculinity. In the Western, you can be protected by the Constitution, and your culture of modernization allows you to live the way you want to live. But when you come to Africa, it is totally different setup. Women and children, particularly girl child, is entitled to good morals and is surrounded by the cultural lead tips, which makes it very difficult for her to just behave or conduct herself in an immoral way. I'm not judging harshly, but I'm trying to be precise on the need for us to tackle this problem of black American women dying in Africa. And I do believe we can have a solution to this problem. And this solution can be in the hands of the community in diaspora and in African, the continent. One thing for sure, once you are a new person in an environment, you are expected to do what the Romans do. Before even you bring in your way of doing things and living from where you come from, you need first of all to understand how people lives, and you try to craft modernization into breeding into their culture and creating a hybrid living conditions, which you have your own cust- custom, and you are trying to breed to the one you found in the place where you want to settle. Uh, if you know that thing of spiral dating in America, you're dating Atlanta, you're dating Chicago, you're dating New York, you're dating in a, one night stand kind of a thing. My dear sisters, that thing in Africa, it doesn't work like that. Here, if you come and you try to do that, society will correct you. And this mostly is in the reserved areas where we have the religious leaders and tribal leaders in existence. We have family setups here and morals are observed. There's no African man will bow down to westernization, as you may put it, and you are in Africa. That one definitely you will have to go back to your drawing board, and you have to understand women in Africa, some cultures are very harsh on them. Not that I stand for it, but I do believe it is happening and there's nothing you can do about it. In Western, you are free and you can be able to do what you want to do. But if you want to marry an African man, definitely you must follow the rules and codes of the culture. Behavior of misconduct for a woman in the community, sometimes it is taken very seriously, because in Africa we say the home is not a man, the home is a woman, and she must carry herself in accordance to the custom. That is why these marriages and these relationships with westernized women are not working in Africa. And mindset is because you might fall in love with a man who is not doing well financially, and you are well positioned. You might think you might come and control this man. Remember, in our customs in Africa, we prioritize the dignity and integrity of the man who is the head, regardless of the position you hold. Entitlement in marriage and African affairs, they don't work. So you might prefer to go to that extent of undermining the man and deceiving him with a money influence or monetary power you possess and academic ladder you level you are at. Those things here, they don't work. You need to be told how to conduct yourself, and if you don't want it, then you can abandon and then you move out. But remember, in Africa's setup, marriages are taken very seriously. It will take the whole community to terminate a divorce or to allow it to occur. It's not where you rush to the judge and you file a divorce and petition and all that, and then you go your way. Here, it involves the family members. Some, they might say yes, others, they might say no. So, this way these Americans are dying here, it's something looks fishy. I am not giving you the whole narrative of trying to look like I know everything or I'm criticizing. No, I'm trying to widen up the widened net that needs to be, in order for us to understand actually why this is happening. And it is something that is very scaring, because there are those that want to come and settle back to their ancestral land, but they are forgetting you cannot just come and jump and try to live the way you want from where you come from, because you have money, you have masculinity dominancy. That thing will not go well for you here. You have to follow and you have to get to the instructions that you will not feel oppressed but privileged to be in the continent with dignity. Some cultures, they don't even allow women to wear trousers. They don't even allow women to move around alone. They don't even allow women to smoke and drink and have parties. Yes, that is it. And most of these Americans, the way they are moving with intentions of having settlement mentality. And this settlement mentality they are possessing, it's like you want to come and have continuation of Americanism in Africa. They'll support you, and because you are a human being, you want to engage. Look at the ethics of that person who is in the continent, and are you willing to comply? And because you have this thing in America, you cannot comply. If you want to come to Africa, nobody is going to force you to stay with somebody. You can stay with somebody or you can stay alone. And when you stay alone, it means that you are free because you are exercising your liberty, right? So that is good. But when you engage with somebody in the continent, prioritize to tame your behavior and you will live better life in the continent. I'm not criticizing. You have the right to obligate or to have your exercises and be free, because you're in Africa. Nobody, but understand that you have the responsibility of collectiveness. Have a great day, guys.